Hey, everybody. Oh, let's see. What am I going to do here? I need to get it together someday. She'll come in some stage. Here we go. Okay. Hey, Innocent. I know I got a couple of major real life problems going on right now, and I just needed to focus my energy on that. Pam. Hello, Pam. Okay. Just the three of us. That's fine. This is going to be short. And this is off the cuff. I haven't had time to do a whole in-depth thing, so maybe I'll do that tomorrow if I find the time. I got a lot going on, like everybody probably. Hi, September Angel. How's everybody doing this fine morning? I've been sleeping quite a bit lately, so I just happened to wake up right now and see some of what's going on. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, that Guthrie case, I have never in my life. I mean, even Summer Wells' case is not this insane, but I think it's the sheriff, honestly, has just screwed up. And now what is he saying? I just read he's saying something today that he thinks. And I'm like, this isn't about what you think or what you saw in a dream or your psychic visions. You just need to shut up like, they do in other cases. You don't have to make stuff up just so you have something to say. Like, oh my God. And why didn't they take the doormat? Hello. Any one of us online sleuths would have grabbed that doormat in a heartbeat and taken that in. Who knows what could be on there? I don't know. I just don't have very much confidence. Hey, Eve. Glad to see you. Pink woman. You're crazy about pink like I'm crazy about purple. Okay, so here's what we're going to talk about. Of course, Ernie, the big news of the day. And I was listening in to the hearing. And hey, Teasy. Oh my God. Oh, we caught you. You caught me. One of us caught each other. It's good to see you. Anyway, thanks for stopping in. So, the first, I made a post about it. The court starts at 8:30, although it didn't start at 8:30, but that's what time it's scheduled. And then, they just run through all the cases and they're just called up randomly. So you look at the docket and you can check off the names and see. But because they didn't have the report back from the doctor about Ernie's mental status, they had to put it on hold till the afternoon. And then, like I said, some nutcase, I don't know if they did it deliberately or just accidentally, but you can't accidentally unmute yourself. It takes more than one finger to do it. So God only knows. But yeah, to unmute yourself in a Zoom hearing and then start talking. I don't know what that was about. Okay, let me see. Oh, I better put this on. I wish I knew what I was doing. I don't know why that's such a roadblock for me. Oh, no, Innocent. He is not out. Yeah, well, you know how it is in chat rooms. No, he's not out. I don't care what they say. Did they show any proof of that at all? Oh, they're just going by VineLink. Yeah, VineLink in Massachusetts is a little different than other states, so I don't know. But he has made a phone call after the trial, and he is incarcerated. He liked it at the hospital. He really did. He liked it there. I think it was a good structured environment for him there, and obviously it's on some level he craves that. It's not as chaotic as his real life. But, they got him sobered up and medicated, and now I think I'm going to sneeze. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm back. Oh, what the heck is, there we go. Yeah. Sneeze away. It's, what is it? The bond. Wasn't it $10,000 property? Or $1,000 cash? Well, giving him bond isn't the question. It's who the hell would put up the bond for him? Because you're going to lose it. I don't know. I got to call the Commonwealth attorney too, because I'm hearing conflicting stories about what's going on with that. But as to the topic here, this is not going to be very long, I don't think. I didn't intend it to be anyway, but there seems to be quite a bit of confusion as to what this being declared competent means. It's not what people are thinking it means. They're like, "Oh yeah, of course we knew he was competent. We knew he was faking it. We know they can see through him." Okay? So it's not what you think it is. There's two types of competency to stand trial and legal competency at the time of the crime. So he's just been declared competent to stand trial. So competency to stand trial evaluates if the defendant currently understands the charges, proceedings, and can assist their attorney. So that is what they have ruled on, that he is competent to stand trial at this moment. Okay. They got him off drugs, and, have him medicated and given him care, which is the whole point of having a competency evaluation. That's why you're in the mental facility, so that they can restore you to competency if you are not competent. So he has been declared competent to stand trial. Okay, that has nothing to do with he knows exactly what he's doing, and they saw through him and all this stuff. Nothing to do with that whatsoever. Okay, competency at the time of the crime is a defense. Totally different things. Nothing to do with one another, and he can still. They have to prove that he was competent or incompetent at the time of the crime. And we're going to see that in the trial. That's a defense. I think that from what we've seen that day, he didn't look very competent to me. And we have the body cam, and we have Ernie's recording also, which will, I'm sure, be entered. However, there's something else at play here that people might have overplayed their hand, and to Ernie's benefit here. So we'll wait and see. I think in their zeal to, make sure that Ernie never sees the light of day again, certain things were misrepresented and outright lies called into the police department. So, did they have reason to arrest him? I guess. And I'm not going to get into an argument with someone over this, because there's things that you don't know. So it'll be interesting. I don't expect much to go on in the next. We might hear defenses. I don't expect much to go on in the next, on the 27th. Excuse me. Okay, but mental state at the time of the crime, insanity defense, focuses on whether the defendant could appreciate the wrongfulness of their actions when the crime was committed. When the crime was committed. This is a defense against criminal responsibility. And hey, Misha. He's sad, TZ. Now that he's, hey, Misha, I don't know, innocent. You might be surprised. Yeah, but that's not an issue. That's not an issue. Nobody ever filed any reports on that, so that's not going to be brought up at all. They're strictly going to be focused on, my cat's driving me nuts. They're strictly going to be focused on at the events after he was arrested and he got back to the jail. Now, contrary to, I need to be careful what I say here, to some YouTube wannabe YouTube sensation, Ernie's not smearing any feces on his face. Still, he never smeared any feces on his face at all, ever, even that first day. He pooped on the floor and smeared it over the lens of the camera. So, and I don't know where he got his information, or it's about as valid as the other things he says. Like a girl picked up Ernie when he was staying with Amber and had sex with him and got her pregnant. Yeah, that didn't last long because that was easily disproven. Well, TZ, oh, I know. Well, like I said, I was sleeping. I've had a rough time last 5 days now. I lost track of time. And I just see some stuff which Innocent sends me, and when I woke up, I look at what she sends me, and then I'm like, what the hell? People are thinking, oh yeah, he's declared mentally competent now. He'll be tried, and no, that's not. Yeah, he's going to be tried, but it's two totally different things. Mental competency to stand trial is totally different from mental competency at the time of the act. So I just felt like that needed to be explained because I'm sick of people jumping up and down with excitement that, oh, yep, he's going down. We don't know that. Okay, the gun charges. I do know something about that, but I don't think I should talk about that right now. And, go ahead and throw brickbats, that group that takes exception to everything I'm saying. But that is a mystery, isn't it, TZ? That is a mystery. Where do you think that came from? I don't know. Hi, LK. Hi. Good to see you, girl. I always enjoy your clips. Yeah, everybody go sub up to Elle Kennedy. She does some awesome clips. Right to the point. There are a lot of channels that I love everything they do, and she's one of them. Innocent, can you drop her link for me, please? Since I don't have to know how to do that. I'm glad that my mods are competent to run this channel because I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Thanks, Innocent. I would be able to. Yeah, okay. I have been sleeping a lot and trying to deal with a couple of problems. So, and just trying to stay out of the line of fire. A lot of shit going down on YouTube lately, isn't it? Is Katie finally going to have to pay the piper? Finally? See, she's still got 2 people white knighting for her. I don't know. Seems like nothing sticks. She didn't have to account for anything she does, and I don't understand it. Oh, Oh, well, they're not gonna, yeah, that's a good point. Is he in jail or the prison? I see the person that knows everything saying he's in a prison, but somebody else said he wasn't. So I don't know. I got to dig around. I'll make some phone calls tomorrow and see. And I've heard some things about the warrant too. Okay, so listen carefully, and I'm going to give you a little hint that you can think about. Now, when I called the Commonwealth attorney and asked if the warrant was extraditable for Kentucky, and she said yes. However, that's when she told me they would not go very far to transport him if they got him, that he'd pretty much have to be in Kentucky. She said they wouldn't even go to South Carolina to get him. It wasn't that important. And they only had 2 people that did transports and they were busy. So she said it was extraditable. Now people are saying it wasn't extraditable. One very important person said that the gun charge was what made it extraditable. Now I'm really confused about that because there are no gun charges. So where did that gun accusation come from? I do know that right after he was arrested, Medway Police Department was buried under phone calls of people saying that Ernie had raped someone, had burned a house down, was involved in a murder, just anything you can think of, throwing it out there to stick. Okay, so are you sorting through that a little bit? So if that is true, and I got to call again. I got to make some calls. Oh shit, tomorrow's Saturday, isn't it? Okay. Well, actually today is Saturday. Yeah, I got to make a lot of calls on Monday anyway. So if that was true, which I'm confused. Why would she tell me that it was extraditable long ago and now suddenly it's only because of the gun accusation that made it extraditable, and that's why they are changed from just taking Ernie to get help to having to arrest him because of the gun charge, which doesn't exist. So think about what I'm telling you here, and then because I can't really say. Pam, yes. Psychosis, yes. And so now that he's, that's why they had him in there for the evaluation, so he could get off drugs, get mentally stable. He's given medication. Let's hope he I don't know. I hope between now and the trial they keep jamming those down his throat. 'Cause I know he's not very compliant with medication. But so he's been declared competent to stand trial, right? But it depends on what kind of things they had to do to bring him into competency. So that would indicate that he was not competent when he got there. I'm just talking out loud here, thinking out loud, I guess. Oh, you deserve it, girl. You're awesome. Yeah, and the way she treats you, holy crap. I guess I didn't get a chance to watch anything yet, but I'm going to go back and see Mama Bear, I guess, or not Mama Bear, sorry. There's too many mamas for me to keep track of because I came to that whole YouTube community late. I don't know some of the players I don't know at all or have any contacts. But yeah, I don't get it. I do not get it. I mean, since I don't want to make this all about Katie. I don't want to attract, make myself a target any more than I already am, but she does. She's amazing. And, oh, Okay, yeah. Yeah, I didn't either at first. But yeah, I'm summed up. Kennedy Clips and Al Kennedy Eskimomshus, 2 channels. Okay, Chris, we're still waiting to hear the Chris thing, which involves some money. So I'll just say that. Skunk Ape. Hello. I don't know. I heard Mama T. Mama T. Yeah, I listened to a little bit yesterday, and she was like, Ernie, he takes PCP. He's on PCP. Blah 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 blah. PCP. Everybody in her chat was telling her PCP hasn't been around in ages. Nobody takes PCP anymore. It was meth. He's tested positive for meth. He's admitted taking meth. He takes meth. Where did the PCP come from? And she didn't back down. That just blew my mind. Like, where the hell did the PCP come from? I don't know. Lurking whore. I'm so happy to see Crybaby today too. I worry about you guys if I don't see you. Yeah, there's a lot of. Really? Oh, I was gonna say, is that he said, what was he that he said sniffed off of the stripper's ass or something? I don't know anything about PCP, but PCP is what his mom's drink was. If you guys don't know that, his mom, her friend, what's her name? Oh, I can't think right now. Anyway, I have her name if anybody wants it. She is deceased now, but she spiked. It was like a love triangle thing, if I'm remembering correctly, or an imaginary love triangle thing. And she spiked her drink with PCP, which caused her to go into psychosis that she never really came out of. I mean, she goes back and forth, but I don't like talking about his mom. But I'm not going to say anything derogatory. I mean, but that explains her condition. Okay. He snorted coke. Oh my God, PCP. Yeah, a doctor shot PCP into his neck. That reminds me. See, I don't know. I don't know anything about drugs. So I can't comment on drugs. Sorry. Never had a gummy or an edible or whatever all those things are. No, don't drink. I don't like the feeling of losing control, I guess. So, although I could say something that would be clipped and misconstrued, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Okay, so, Lisa, yeah, I haven't lived. Oh my God. I guess not. My college roommate, she was telling me stuff that I think she took everything. Purple mescaline. Now that sounds intriguing because purple is my favorite color. But, mushrooms. I mean, and this was like decades ago. She had literally taken every kind of drug there was. Can you imagine going to a party and just digging into a bowl of drugs and just popping them in your mouth and not knowing what they were? Every time I get prescribed a new medication, I spend all day like searching side effects, drug interactions. Yeah, I'm not going to walk into a party and grab some pills out of a bowl and take them. Whoa, see? I think everybody has. I guess I missed out. What skunk ape? Come do gummies with me. Can I bring my boys with me? Oh, gummies. Don't you just take one? I don't think you have to take more than one, do you? I don't know, maybe. That would be scary. Okay, so back to my subject. Okay, a person can be mentally ill and competent to stand trial, yet have been insane at the time of the crime, or vice versa. So, there we have it. Mental competency at the time of a crime refers to the defendant's state of mind during the offense, often addressed via an insanity defense to determine if they understood their actions. This differs from competency to stand trial, which assesses their current ability to understand proceedings and assist counsel. So, two distinct times, at the time of the crime versus present day. I don't know. I have a hard time believing that anybody that smears poop around is competent. He didn't seem like he was competent at Chris's. Do you guys think that? Oh my goodness. I'd be scared. I do like um gummy bears. His next hearing is the 27th, innocent, at 8:30. No, they just say everybody's is at 8:30, and then you have to listen to the whole damn day to get to it. What? When I was in grade school, I knew a guy that dropped liquid. Well, I guess that would get into your system quicker, wouldn't it? I think when I was in high school, there was one guy that was a drug dealer, and he had, I believe, LSD. His locker was filled with LSD. Remember when they came and searched it and busted him? But other than that, I don't know. That wasn't anything I knew about or was involved in high school. Do you think I don't think he's going to take a plea, honestly, from what I know, and I think it's worth it going to trial for him. I know, I thought so too. He seemed very out of it, and and we've seen him act like that before. In various places, like totally out of it. That's his overly polite, overly deferential, but just watch him in the bathroom with that knife. He was totally out of it there, and thinking people were hiding in the fireplace. I don't know. That'll definitely come into play. Yeah, I don't see him taking a plea deal, honestly. But we'll see. That's just me. Yuck. I've heard of them filling bottles worth of pee and squirting on them. That's just disgusting. Gross. I would not want to be a prison. Well, I know people shoving it up their hoo-ha. Women, I guess I should say. That's supposed to be, very quickly. I think any mucous membrane, so that's supposed to be a quick eye. Yeah, but I don't think the high, it's the psychosis part that, oh my God, cheesy. Oh my goodness. Well, that's just it. Nobody's going to take him in that I know of, unless somebody does it for YouTube content. And they'd have to have $1,000 to waste, right? I'm surprised they gave him bond, honestly. But must not have looked at his previous record or whatever is all I can think of. Oh, innocent. You naughty girl. You naughty girl. So let's see what else I have here. He did. And upon hearing that Ernie had HIV, that didn't seem to faze him a bit from what I just watched again today. Oh, he does? That's it? Oh, he does have HIV? Okay. Yeah, he knew. I think he knew. Chris also said they didn't do any drugs there, right? But the cop said Chris was higher than a kite, so I don't know. I think he was in love. I don't know. Okay. That's a good point. I think there is enough mental. Some people have said after he has a sexual escapade that he has these episodes and not necessarily drugs. So I don't know. I wonder if they did a drug screen thing when he got in there. I don't know. Certainly be interesting to see some of the stuff. I would think that a drug-induced psychosis, and I haven't researched it or done any research as far as actual case law, but I would think drug-induced would not excuse anything. I would think it would have to be mental. But how do you separate the two? Oh yeah, okay, it's a $10,000 property bond or $1,000 cash bond. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so let's see. I could do more on this. The defense, okay, the culpability and exemption from punishment. This defense, the insanity defense, has its roots in the idea that individuals with certain mental disorders, okay, lack the requisite mens rea or guilty mind to be held responsible. Now, he has been diagnosed with 5 or 6. Yeah, I think that's true. Absolutely. Or alcohol. Those would not be excuses. He has been diagnosed with 5 or 6 different mental disorders, and some of them are quite serious, especially, coexisting. So, and, he was involuntarily committed as a child. So you can't say that this was all drug induced. He's definitely got a more than one mental illness. And, I'm sure that will be presented at trial if there is one. I mean, there's no doubt. No, I don't know. That's what I have to clear up. I've been hearing different things from different people. Even people in law enforcement involved in the case seem a little bit confused about what's going on with that. So I'll call the Commonwealth attorney and see. Yeah, where have all the Tiger's been. Oh, Terry. Terry's been everywhere. She's taken over with what's that lady that kept saying I said she was delusional, only she couldn't spell. Remember her? She would post like 10 times under each of Ernie's lives. Anyway, Terry's been doing that now. I've seen her with her. Terry's delusional. I've screenshotted some of her comments and I'm like, what the hell, girl? You need a reality check. I wonder if she'd be declared mentally competent. Yes, exactly. Chili Peppa, thank you. Yes. And she's not delusional. Yes, she is delusional. Hey, I call it like I see it. After the thing at Chris's, she, she, she was, I have a screenshot of it. She said, oh, I need to apologize to Lisa Kay and Nicolina. I'm so sorry that you were right, and just a long post about how she would never go back to Ernie now, and she was totally fooled, and thank goodness she didn't give him any money, and blah blah blah. And then I'm like, oh well, finally, if we can save one person, it's worth it. But then, like a couple days later, she's over there bitching at me again, and I'm like, well, that didn't last long. Must have short-term memory problem. Okay, wait. I saw a vid about a new math called P2P math. Oh. Look at all those new drugs, xylazine, and what's the one that was even worse than that from Russia? Speaking of rot in your brain, I watched a few of those. Those are so hard to take that you can literally see their bones, their actual bones on the back of their hands, because everything on top of the bone is gone. All the flesh, skin, everything. You can see their skeleton. I can't imagine living like that. How god awful painful that must be. And the need for drugs outweighs even that. That's just freaking scary. I don't know. I don't have an addictive personality, thankfully, but I haven't seen Christine. You have a short term. See, I had a boyfriend that was an alcoholic, and I actually could drink more than him, but I don't have an addictive personality, and he did, sadly, and it ruined his life, which was really sad. Now that I'm thinking, super meth, good grief. Oh, speaking of drugs, has anybody watched Nita's World lately? And I took pictures of her in her last live and then went back 4 years ago when she first started. That almost make you sick. And I'm not making a comment on her looks. You guys know I never do that. But it's just, her deterioration is just astounding. She desperately needs help. Someone needs to intervene. But she's alienated everyone. Oh, yeah, that's good. What was I just going to say? Something about alcohol. I don't know. Because there's all kinds of, you know, drugs out there if you want them, huh? Pretty easy to acquire. I don't know, that's sad. Need $1. She needs more than $1 lately, though. Oh, you don't? She got a little drug problem, allegedly. Although she was on a hot mic talking about going to get some drugs when she thought she was muted, allegedly. It's kind of sad, and yep, she's still just begging for money every day. Still, 4 years later, exactly what she needs. I need some food. I'm eating out of dumpsters, and now I have food poisoning, and I don't know. I'm not going to make a comment on that. Other than that, don't do drugs. You know, yes, every day with her is, you know, survival. It's about surviving. But if your whole life is in such turmoil like that, and she has had a lot of hardships, she did have her son die, her mom died, she did lose the house. However, she puts a lot of effort into things, in my opinion, that she doesn't need to be focused on. There's other things, and I don't know. She's got an answer for everything. Well, I don't want to do a bashing anything because I don't do that. I'm more, yeah. Oh, she's got people outright. Yeah, she needs an intervention, in my opinion. My opinion only. My opinion, and I'm going to keep it like PG says. Okay. So I guess I'm done. That's all I had to say. So we'll wait and see what's going to happen now. It's going to be interesting. Some cases are very interesting just because of the mechanics involved in it. So I thought that the Idaho 4 case was going to be endlessly fascinating, but plea deal shut that down. I can't see Ernie taking a plea deal knowing what I know. So, but you never know. And I don't know, especially no, I'm not going to say that either. Yes. Well, I just appreciate that. Thank you. And you too. You get some sleep. Yeah, it was just not so much an update, just people don't understand that the mental competency is different as far as legal and health wise. That they're assuming that he's not going to be able to plead insanity, and that's not the case. I just need to point that out. I think, yes, absolutely. I think that too. I can't see him giving up with that without a fight. Yeah, okay, you too. Thanks, everybody. What happens now? Well, we'll find out at his pretrial appearance on the 27th, and I will be listening and give you an update. Okay, everybody, thanks for being here. I know it's like really late or really early or whatever, but hey, we got Teasy in here. So maybe I should do more 3 a.m. my time videos, lives. Love you guys. Love my mods. Thanks everybody for your support. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. and have an awesome weekend. And until next time, bye.